Yeah, season's coming to an end, and you can see for the most part that the boats are out of the water except for the diehards. So this morning I went and dropped the lower units into the water because there's going to be a hard freeze, and I'd like to get at least one more weekend of boat time in, you know. So both OGP and the tugboat, they're going to have the lower unit sit in the water there for a couple of days, and there's 2 days of hard freeze, and then we can come back up and put some boat time in and pull the boats out. So we're trying a new wrinkle. There's been a minor change in the layout. Bumper car track is now turned into a track that goes from the upper to the lower, and 3 transformers, upper, lower, transfer track. The point is to try to add some operational stuff into the layout, and I'm not sure we can do it, but this is a proof of concept. How's that? And what I want to do is take cars that I put on here and see if I can add to a train that I'm building up here, and do that with the transfer track. So I've got a locomotive in the bottom, the one up here in top. That one's got an E unit, so it goes forward and back. Right? I don't think I want that weight in the car. Let me see if I can get another. I don't know how many I can push up that track, but we'll see. Kind of reminds me of those cog railways, right? You got to have a cog engine in order to get up there. Well, that's a real steep little incline right there, so it's going to have to be my magnet traction locomotives, I believe. So let's see what happens when I get this guy going. Will he make it? Come on. I'm going to have to add another one, huh? Okay, we're going to try this again. It's going to get interesting because I'm going to be able to get that locomotive, I believe, all the way up to the top. But when this track gets powered up here, that guy has to move forward. But since that one runs at a lower voltage, I don't think that's moving very quick. So I may be able to make this work anyway. But so let's give it a shot. Let me give a little bit of voltage in the middle track. And let's see if we can get this to go up. Yeah, that switch is set. So this guy should continue to go around. Gotta be kind of careful. I don't want to hurt that thing. No problem. That worked perfectly. So now I'll detach these from this guy and send them down for some more. Let's see if we can make that work. Guess I better have some cars ready for him, huh? So he's going to come to a stop. I'm going to pull this one forward a little bit. All right. All right, let's try this again. Maybe a couple of different cars. All right, let's try this again. See if we can carry these two rock islands around and back them up here to this, right? Now, part of what's making this work is because we don't have any of the fancy computer stuff. This guy here, this Lionel FT with the two vertical cans, it'll pull up that hill with around 5 volts. Same up here, it gets to this track, it'll continue with about 5 volts. Well, that one requires 10 volts. So it just sits there and buzzes. I can do the actual switching with this one. Now it would be cool at some point to get some fancier controls. We can run the locomotives individually. But part of the gig here is A, O-27, right? And B, conventional transformers and stuff to see if we can have some of these more complex events happen. And one thing I have to say is always go back to my old Alcos when we're doing this kind of thing. Magnet traction helps them climb hills. But I'm wondering if this FT series from Lionel is the new Alco for me. Because they're not very expensive. You can get them for a reasonable price. And they sure run nice. And they pull hard. And the scale fits with these other cars and other locomotives. So it's a really nice fit, you know. And I don't have the battery in there, so I don't have the sound and all that stuff, which is fine with me. I don't need it. But it sure pulls a hill. I'm not going to, stress it. I'm not going to put like 10 cars and try to spin it up that hill. That's not what we're going to do. At some point in time, we'll make the track a little bit less aggressive, more of a gradual climb instead. I've got distance there where it's flat. That could be an elevation change, We'll work it out. But for now, it's just kind of fun to see if we can make this thing work. So let's bring in another pair of freight cars up if we can. So I got this to 5 volts. I still have that switch thrown. Okay, direction change, throw that switch, direction change coming back. You can see where this is going, right? Now we just have to have the ability of doing the switches. Let's bring it back down the hill again. Throw the switch, direction change. Another transformer. All right, let me move this one forward some more. And I can grab some more cars. I think I need to have the caboose on the other end of that set. I had to pull the caboose next to the locomotive. But I think you get the idea. Okay, something made it stop. We'll see if I can figure that out. The weight of the train behind one of those gondolas popped the tire off. So I got to put weights in those things in order to go downhill. Of course, I'm not sure I want to go downhill that fast for the train. But this is all part of the debug process, you know? So let's continue on the trek. I wonder if I can go around and have it come back up. Wouldn't that be cool? No kidding. Look at that. Well, there you go. I guess the concept kind of works. Have a little bit of debugging to do. And not sure where I'm going to go with that next. I just wanted to see if I could make it work. So anyway. Well, yesterday was excavator time. I think today is going to be a little bit of dozer time to clean up the skidding trails. And this one here is a friend of mine's, not mine, but works very nice. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but I think I'll show a little bit of the run time with this thing at some point. Maybe what I'll do is put time with it and then come back and show the results with the Kubota. Well, pushed out some roads, and that little thing works beautifully. You know, let's kind of walk back a little bit and see what we got going here. This was a big mud pit, so I want to get down to the hard pan, right? And then the chained up tracker can get through here pretty quick, so I started just pushing the mud right off, right? So you can see where it's a little bit tan colored. That's because I got down to the hard pan there. And then this is still a little bit not what I want. I may dig this down some more right here, but I mean, I think I'll get through it. I pushed a little bit of a swale down there so it drained, and I gotta do some more work in here. Yeah, I got some work to do in here. Smooth this out some. I guess I'll get up, turn around, come back and work this way. Now this is sat for a week or so, so I need to move it along a little bit. And some of the little details I got to do is chain brake adjuster and stuff like that. And, something popped out of there. Don't know what it was. Probably the choke lever, be my guess.